Children, welcome to class 4 EVS. Children, today we are going to start our next chapter, that is chapter 10. So children, let us start the chapter. So children, let us start the chapter. Children, do you know where you live? Children, do you know where you live? Yes, we live on the planet Earth. So children, we live on the planet Earth. Children, there is a picture on the screen. Can you say what it is? Children, can you say what it is? Are you able to identify what it is? Yes, it is Earth. Children, this is a picture of Earth on which we live. So children, by now you must have understood that today we are going to read about our planet Earth. So children, this is Earth. This is Earth. We live on the planet Earth. So children, as we know, Earth is round and slightly flattened at the top and bottom. So children, here in the picture we are not able to see, but the Earth is round, which we can see on its both side. It is round, but it is flat from the center at the top as well as at the bottom. So children, Earth is flat from the top and from the bottom. So children, this is Earth. It is round in shape and slightly flattened at the top and at the bottom. So children, here in the picture we can see that the Earth is round in shape. It is round on both the sides, this side as well as this side, but it is somewhat flat at the center from top as well as at the bottom. So children, this is the top and this is bottom. This is bottom of the Earth. It is flat from top and at the bottom. So this is the shape of the Earth. So children, today we are going to read chapter 10, our Earth. In this chapter we are going to read introduction part of Earth. Children, first of all, let us know what is Earth. After understanding the actual shape and the different things about the Earth, we will read the topics of the different topics of the chapter. So children, today in this chapter we are going to read the introduction part of this chapter. In this we will read all about the Earth. Now children, here we can see the picture of Earth. This is Earth. This is Earth. Children, as we know, our Earth is a unique planet. Children, the Earth on which we live is a unique planet. Children, why it is unique planet? It is unique because it is the only planet where we have life. Children, as it is the only planet which has life, no other planet has life. It is said to be unique planet, means it is different from all other planets. So children, as we know, Earth is the only planet where we have life. There is no planet in the solar system which has life or which have life. So children, our earth is different from the other planets as it has life, and no other planets on earth has life. That is why we can say earth is a unique planet. It is different from all other planets found in solar system. So children, let us know about the solar system. Now children, this is solar system. This is solar system. Children, you must have studied about solar system in your previous chapter. We have already studied about solar system in our previous chapter or previous class. Children, we have already studied about solar system in our previous class. What is solar system, children? This is solar system. Solar system is a family of sun, 8 planets and their moon. So children, solar system is a family of sun, 8 planet and their moons. So children, in solar system, at the middle of the solar system, that is this here, we have, this is sun. This is sun. At the middle we have sun, and sun is a star. As we know children, sun is a star, and around sun there are 8 planets. So children, there are 8 planets revolving around the sun. So children, we can see here there are 8 planets. First one is Mercury. We can see here the first and the closest planet to the sun is the Mercury. Children, Mercury is also the smallest planet of the solar system. So children, first planet which is nearest to the sun is Mercury. So children, here we can see this is Mercury. This is the smallest planet of the solar system, as well as it is the closest planet to the sun. So children, Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, and it is the smallest planet of the solar system. So children, after Mercury we have Venus. Children, second planet of the solar system is Venus. Venus is the hottest planet. Venus is the second most planet of the solar system, and it is the hottest planet. Now children, after Venus we have Earth. So children, third position in the solar system is occupied by the Earth. So children, here the Earth occupies third position in the solar system. So here is the Earth. Third one is the Earth. After Earth we have Mars. So children, Mars is the has occupied fourth position in the solar system. After Mars we have Jupiter. So children, Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. Mercury is the smallest planet, and Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. And after Jupiter we have Saturn. So children, Saturn is the second largest planet of the solar system. So children, Saturn also has a ring around it. So children, you can clearly see there is a ring around the Saturn. So children, there is a ring kind of structure around the Saturn, and it is the second largest planet of the solar system. And after after Saturn we have Uranus. Children, Uranus is the second last planet of the solar system. Here is the Uranus. This is Uranus. This is the second last planet of the solar system. and the last most or the eighth planet of the solar system is Neptune. Neptune is the last and the coolest planet of the solar system. So this is Uranus and this is Neptune. Neptune is the largest, lastmost or the eighth planet of the solar system, and it is the coolest planet of the solar system. So children, by now you must have understood. So children, these are the planets which revolve around the sun. So children, they have a path. They have a path means they all rotate around the sun or revolve around the sun in a definite path. So children, that path is called orbit. So children, sun is at the middle of the solar system. Sun is stationary. That means it does not move. Children, sun stands at the same place and the planets revolve around the sun. So children, this here we have the picture of solar system in which sun is at the middle and all the 8 planets revolve around the sun. Now children, but today we are going to read about our earth. So children, the earth occupies third position in the solar system. This is our earth. Today we will be reading about the earth. So children, this is earth and this small ball like structure is nothing but the moon. This is moon. Earth revolves around the sun and moon around the earth. So children, here is the moon of earth and this is earth. Today we are going to read about earth. So children, as I told you, earth has life. No other planet have life. That means children, here on the earth we have plants, animals and human beings. That means plants have planet earth have life. So children, planet earth have life. It is the only planet where we have life. Now children, plants have life. Why earth have life? Earth have life because it has air and water. As we have studied in our previous chapter, it is impossible to have life on earth without air. Similarly children, it is impossible to have life without water. It is possible to have life on earth only because of air and water. The life on earth is possible only because of air and water. So children, air and water both are found only on earth. There is no other planet where we have air and water. Now children, this is the surface of earth. Children, this is the surface of earth. This is earth. We have also studied about the atmosphere of the earth. Children, in our previous chapter, we have studied about the atmosphere of earth. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. So children, atmosphere is a layer of air that surrounds the earth. So this is earth and children, this is atmosphere. The earth is surrounded by a layer of gases. The air is made up of gases. So children, this is atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Children, this is atmosphere. So by now we have studied in the previous chapter also about atmosphere, and here also we can clearly see that the ring all around the earth is nothing but atmosphere. So atmosphere is the earth is surrounded by a layer of gases called atmosphere. These gases are nothing but the air. So children, this is atmosphere. Now you must have understood what is atmosphere now. So children, here is the atmosphere. In the picture you can see the atmosphere, and this is earth, this is earth, and this one is atmosphere. Children, as I told you in the previous chapter, atmosphere acts like a protective layer. Atmosphere acts like a protective layer. It protects earth from the harmful rays of sun. It protects earth from the harmful rays of sun. So children, here we can see these are the rays of sun. Rays of sun. So these rays are able to come in these rays are able to reach the surface of earth, but there are some rays which are coming till the atmosphere and going back. Why children? Because these are the harmful rays which may cause or which may affect living beings living on the earth. That is why this atmosphere, which acts like a filter or which acts like a protective layer, it sends back all the rays which are harmful to all of us back to the sun. So this So children, once again let us see. Children, these are the rays of sun which are able to come or reach the earth's surface. But there are some rays which are not able to enter the atmosphere. This ray is not able to enter the atmosphere, and this one is going back to the sun. Why these are going back to the sun? Because these are the harmful rays. Harmful rays. So they are going back to the sun, and the remaining which are good for us, which are useful to us, which bring warmth and heat to the earth's surface, are able to reach the surface of earth. These are the rays, and these rays are the useful ones. That is why they are able to come or reach the earth's surface, whereas some of them which are not able to reach the earth's surface, that means they are not good for earth, or they are harmful rays which are sent back by the atmosphere and which are filtered by the atmosphere. So this is the atmosphere which filters the harmful rays of the sun and doesn't allow these rays to come reach the earth surface or come to the earth surface. So children, now you must have understood how important these layer of atmosphere are, or how important atmosphere is for the earth. So children, there is a layer of earth all around there is a layer of atmosphere all around the earth, and this atmosphere filters the sun rays coming to the earth's surface. It allows only the useful ones to reach the earth's surface, and the remaining are sent back to the sun. So children, this layer acts like a filter, or it acts like a protective layer which protect earth from the harmful rays of the sun. So children, here now children, as I told you, atmosphere consists of different gases. Children, atmosphere is a layer of gases. So these layers mostly contain consist of two main gases. What are these two main gases? These are oxygen and nitrogen. Other than these, there are few more other gases which are present in very small quantity. So children, these are carbon dioxide. These are the carbon dioxide, argon and many more, but they are present in very small quantity. So children, 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen and etc. are present only 1%. So this is the composition of atmosphere. There are also other gases like hydrogen, argon, helium, krypton. These are present only in 1%. So atmosphere is the mixture of many gases, and these gases are nothing but, we call it as air, and this air is made up of mainly two gases, that is oxygen and nitrogen. That means nitrogen is 78% and oxygen is 21%, and very small quantity of carbon dioxide, argon, helium, krypton, etc. So this is the composition of atmosphere. So children, atmosphere of the earth is composed of mainly two gases. One is oxygen and the other is nitrogen. Oxygen 21% and nitrogen 78%. Remaining 1% is carbon dioxide, argon, helium, etc. Remaining 1% is carbon dioxide, argon, krypton, helium, etc. So children, this is the composition of atmosphere. Now children, as I told you, there are two things which are very important for the life to exist on earth. One, as I told you, air, and the other is water. So children, water on earth, the presence of water helps the life to exist on earth. So it is the water because of which we are able to live on earth. First is air and the second is water. About air we have learnt, and now we are going to read about water. So children, as we know, most part of the earth is covered by water. So children, this is water. The most part of the earth is covered by water. So let us see what is the part of water on earth. Now children, as we can see through this pie chart, that, so children, here we can see through this pie chart, if we divide this, suppose this is earth. Children, suppose this is earth. If we divide this earth into 4 parts. So children, if we divide this earth into 4 parts, so 3 parts, that is 1, 2, 3. 3 parts which are shown by blue color are occupied by water. That is 3 out of 4 part of the earth is occupied by water. So we can say 3/4 of earth is divided by water, and the remaining 1/4, this part, that is 1/4, 1 out of 4 part is covered by land, land, land. So children, this part means 3 out of 4, this part is covered by water, and only 1 out of 4 part is covered by land. That means children, the most part of the earth is covered by water. So children, 3 part out of 4 is covered by water, and 1 part out of 4 is covered by land. So children, that is why we say 70% of the earth is covered by water, and remaining 30% is covered by land. So children, but you must be thinking, then why we have scarcity of water? That means then why we have shortage of water? We keep on saying save water, but children, do you know most part of the water present on earth is salty? So children, let us know more about that. Children, first let us know the land. The land is made up of this part, that is land is made up of soil, sand and rocks. This part is made up of, that is land, L-A-N-D, land, that is 1/4 part of the earth. That means if we divide earth into 4 parts, 1 part is land and the 3 part is water. That means 3/4 part is water and 1/4 part is land. So children, if you divide earth into 4 parts, 3 part, this blue colored part is water and 1 this orange colored part is land. So 3 part is water, that means 3/4. When we divided earth into 4 parts, 3 parts out of 4 is water and 1 part is land, or we can say 70% of the land is covered by water and the remaining part is land. So 70% of the earth is covered by water and the remaining is land. So children, this land is made up of rocks, soil and sand. This land is made up of rocks, soil and sand. Now let us know, even though we have 70% of water on earth, why we have scarcity of water? So children, it is very important to know. Let us see. So children, water on earth, as we studied just now, 3 out of 4 part is water, covered by water, and the remaining 1 part out of 4 is covered by land. But still we face scarcity of water or shortage of water. Children, as we know, most part of the earth is covered by water. Biggest water bodies, the 2 bigger water bodies are ocean and sea. Children, these are the salt water body, means these have salty water, or you can say saline water. So children, the water in the ocean as well as in the sea are not fresh water, but they are salty water, means the water in these water bodies contain salt. That is why we cannot use the water of ocean or the sea for drinking or for our other household activities. So children, we can neither use it for drinking nor for washing and cleaning. So children, as this biggest part of the large part of the water is salty, it can't be used for drinking or other household activities. That is why we face scarcity of water or lack of water, even though 3/4 part of the earth is covered by water. So children, these are the biggest bodies of salt water, that is ocean and the sea. Now children, as we know, high in the mountains we have snow which melt and flow down these mountains and form river. So children, river are the fresh water bodies which we use for drinking and other household activities. So children, on the mountains we have snow. These snow melt and come down the mountains or hills and give us water in the form of river. So children, these are the streams or the rivers which are fresh water bodies, which these water bodies are used by us for drinking. So children, these are the rivers or streams, river, which are the fresh water bodies. These are the ones, these are the main source of drinking water, or also we use these water for agriculture purpose or for our day-to-day household activities. So children, rivers are or streams are the fresh water bodies or have fresh water which are used for drinking and other household activities. Now children, lake is another fresh water body present on the earth, but children, these are the still water. As we know, rivers flow from cities to city or state to state. It flows from one state to another and it covers a large distance. Okay, so children, जो रिवर होती है वो एक शहर से दूसरे शहर तक फ्लो करती है और बहुत लंबे दूरी तक फ्लो करती है. सो द वाटर इन द रिवर्स आर फ्लोइंग वाटर, वेयर एज इन केस ऑफ pond and lake, these are also fresh water bodies, but they are still water bodies. As we know, lakes are the water bodies which are surrounded by land. So the water in the lake do not flow, it doesn't have flow. That is why it is called still water, means रुका हुआ पानी. हम इसको रुका हुआ पानी कहते हैं. और ये भी फ्रेश वाटर बॉडी है. हम इसको पी सकते हैं और बाकी के काम में भी ला सकते हैं, बट ये एक जगह रुका हुआ पानी है. लेक चारों तरफ से लैंड से सराउंडेड होता है. दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड स्टिल वाटर बॉडीज. बट लेक इज़ वन ऑफ द लार्ज वाटर बॉडी प्रेजेंट ऑन द अर्थ, whereas pond is also the same kind of still water body. This is lake. This is the fresh water body. ये क्या है? Fresh water body है. And similarly ponds. Ponds are the also, these are the ponds. Children, these are this one is the pond. These are also still water bodies and are the fresh water bodies. These waters can the water in the pond can be used for drinking and for other household activities, but these are the comparatively smaller than lakes. These also have the still water. The water in the pond also do not have movement. They also do not move to longer distances. They are surrounded by land from all the side. That is why there is no flow in this water and they are still at a same place. So children, these are also fresh water bodies, but these also do not move and they are comparatively smaller than the lakes. So children, these are the different water bodies present on the earth. The water bodies are found in nature. As we know children, all these, whether it is lake, pond, river, stream, all these are found in nature. No one has made this. We have seen it occurring naturally, means they occur in nature. That is why they are called natural water bodies. These are naturally occurring water bodies. That is why they are known as natural water bodies. So children, lakes, ponds, river, stream, all these are naturally occurring water bodies, whereas there are some more water bodies which are made by human beings too. For example, ponds and lakes are also made by man. That is why they are also known as man-made water bodies. These lakes and ponds can be natural and also they can be made by human beings. So these ponds and lakes are made by human beings. Made made by man. So they are unnatural or man-made. So children, there are man-made lakes and ponds too. So then ponds or the lakes can be natural, which we get naturally, or it can be man-made also. So children, this much for today. We will continue some more points in the next session. Thank you.